I think the Chargers will go a different direction than Bridgewater. I think they'll go for a rookie. And I think they'll rebuild the quarterback.
If they let him walk, yeah.
I saw an article today that they were saying that they're interested in re-signing him if they can.
Even cold, that cuts like butter. Oh, it's so gorgeous.
Paul, stop, all right? We know. We know it's beautiful, all right?
Food is beautiful. It's art. All right. You're leaving?
All right.
All right. IT guy is leaving. He's trying to go hang out with his girl, so he knows that Sunday is no longer for the boys, I guess.
It's just today.
Wait.
Uh-huh.
Can you hook me?
Can you
hook me up, bro?
Yeah, just toss it down. Toss it down. All right, there you go.
There we go. It lives over here now. Yeah. Bro, you didn't even drink no shine.
So,
all right, so
by my illegitimate son.
I mean, if Teddy Bridgewater goes, they're gonna have to stick with Taysom Hill, draft another quarterback. Where do you see Bridgewater going?
They think the Chargers. I say Broncos.
I can see him. I can
see the Broncos.
I can look. Ready? So say the Chargers draft a quarterback this year. Okay.
What are they picking at? What are they gonna season at?
They're gonna go.
But don't forget who else is a free agent this offseason. If they can sneak him away from the Titans, Tannehill.
Tannehill already said
he'll stay.
Tannehill already said
they want that most likely Mariota will look for somewhere else to go. Mm-hmm. And which he could land at the Chargers for a cheap price while they bring in a rookie to get ready.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of quarterbacks that could flip where they're going.
Mariota goes to Denver.
If Mariota goes to Denver, I apologize in advance for any Denver fans. You're going to suffer some more because that's not the way Denver needs to go.
Not at all.
I think they need to draft some either a rookie quarterback in the first round or a rookie wide receiver because they have no wide receivers anymore aside from Sutton because they let Emmanuel Sanders go. Dumb decision. And Bridgewater would help them if they didn't have the wide receiving talent that they need because he can still move as well.
Ugly children. I hate ugly kids.
Hey, stay on topic here.
I was seeing my post went through. I should...
Oh, you got hit for spamming.
Where would you want Dak Prescott to go then? If Dak leaves, where do you think he'd go?
Dak
could go... Actually, he could probably fit into the Chargers fold, to be honest. He wouldn't be, he's not amazing, but he'd fit with more wide receiving power, and he's got a back, Eckler, who can catch and run just like he had in Zeke. So I think Melvin's not going to stay because Eckler exploded even when Gordon came back.
That's going back to Teddy Bridgewater real quick. If Derek Carr leaves and goes somewhere else, I feel like Teddy Bridgewater would be a good fit in Oakland.
He could go to Oakland, but Oakland still needs to upgrade themselves as well.
What does Oakland need to...
Wide receivers.
Yeah.
Wide receivers.
Yeah. So any big names right now.
They let Amari Cooper go, which was stupid by them. And Khalil Mack.
Well, Khalil Mack was never going to be huge.
Khalil Mack never even saw the fucking practice field.
Yeah. Return of the Mac. No, but he's way better over where he is now. Khalil can at least stand out for himself over in Chicago. But I'd say, again, you still have A.J. Green. That's going to be the biggest offseason acquisition for wherever he goes, if he stays or not. He could go to Oakland. Although I don't see Gruden taking a risk on anyone, really, right now because of the whole AB thing.
Gruden grinders.
No, there's no Gruden grinders. They're Gruden crap right now.
Gruden likes young players. A.J. Green's not young.
Josh Jacobs is going to be phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Starting next season.
Another Alabama kid.
What do you think the Rams are going to do in the offseason?
Rams are going to do absolutely nothing aside from figure out who they're paying and how they're paying them. Because you already locked Goff into a big year deal. He's not going anywhere, which means we're stuck with him for his contract, which sucks because he is not playing well at all. You have the wide receiving core to be good. If you suck that hard, I'm sorry. The O-line is the only thing I think they need to upgrade aside from that. Other than that, nothing really. They don't have enough money to really do much.
Hey, I have a question for you guys. How do you stop Derrick Henry?
You don't. You just pray you can hold him to under 100.
You play a 6-down lineman.
I think even then he might still give you a hard time.
I think the Patriots tried that.
Yeah, they did try that in the second half.
They used linebackers though instead of actual linemen.
They started to stop on
the
end of the third.
But he still, that second half, he still, I think, had 70 or 80 yards.
And stopped him.
So you gave him 180 yards.
That man found more holes than a mail pour and stuff.
Yep. Well, if you
That's
when you're
exactly
watching
what
the game, they've been telling you, they were showing you like his vision and how well it is, how he can see. There's no hole here. I'm gonna go here, and he can read the field just
Dude,
excellent.
he had huge ass holes.
Well, if you watch the replays, they weren't right there in the very beginning, is what I'm saying. That's the same thing we talked about with Michelle when we got into
Because
it.
he plays like DeMarco Murray.
Well, he's not DeMarco Murray, okay? And as well, we went over this, and I told
He
you
played
about
behind
this.
DeMarco Murray. That's why he's so good.
I went and told you this. His field vision is shit. He's not LeGarrette Blount. You can't run through a pile of dudes and think you're gonna get it. You don't have that size. And you don't have Barkley's legs, so you're not going to power through people with fucking quads of tanks.
I'm gonna tell you like I told him earlier, but I know you guys want him to get traded, right?
Who?
Michelle.
I didn't say traded either. Just so you
But
know.
I
said
I
second
said
or
You
trade.
said
third
I to get rid
back.
of him yesterday, though.
No, I said second or third back. I said if they could trade him for someone decent, sure. But if not, second or third back.
I say
Like
trade
I told
him.
Paul earlier, right?
Get rid of him.
They're gonna do the same thing like they did with Stephen Ridley, right? Stephen Ridley would fumble the ball at least twice a game, and they only let him go after he tore his ACL and came back and had a completely shit year. They're gonna play him out into his rookie contracts. They're signing for another 1 or 2 year, and then they'll
not
finally
worth
let
it.
him go and rotate out with a new one.
Once his rookie was done, I'd let him go.
Look, or just trade him now. Get as much as you can.
You're not gonna get anything for him.
Yeah. He's not worth a bag of helmets right now. He's going to say pucks, but it's not
What's-
hockey.
This
Use-
offseason,
use
what's
ball
out there
bag.
for running backs?
I
Melvin
say
Gordon's
Kenyon
going to
Drake.
the free agency. Kenyon Drake's going, but he's going to stay in Arizona.
I don't think so because they had David Johnson.
Did
Le'Veon
you
Bell.
see how well he's playing? They're gonna have a
yeah.
double back system. Him and Johnson. That's it. And Johnson, I don't think they have to pay this season, so they can pay whatever Kenyon Drake wants for this next season and keep that double back system. That would be
But
ridiculous.
you look at it this way, Kenyon Drake is going to demand money.
And he still get it. Arizona has money to play with. They're not paying anyone big, huge bucks out there.
Larry Fitz, bro.
He's pretty much done.
Larry
And
Fitz is never done.
And his contract
Would
is
you ever
actually,
say that?
I don't think his contract's as big as everyone makes it sound either.
What do you mean? He gets like fucking $17 million a year.
That's still one contract, though. Who else? Who else are you paying out there?
David Johnson for one.
That they've already paid and locked
And
him
then
in.
they got people on the defensive side of the ball. Chandler Jones.
And it
big
didn't look like
contract.
the defense did much for him.
Chandler Jones himself is the defense. That's it.
Mark save. I'll accept that.
I'm saying Kenyon Drake will not walk. He had a much better start in Arizona. Period. Went off explosively.
Look where he
If
was
they
at
can-
first.
If
He's
they
from
can give
Miami.
him, if he can, at this point, if you're in Miami, you're not. The only way I could see him walking is if he wants a Super Bowl. He never was going to get one in Miami. That's the only way I could see him.
I don't
walking
see him getting one in Arizona next year at all either.
Arizona was starting to come alive in the back half of the season. Granted, it was the back half, but they were starting to.
But now,
Mesh.
if you look at it this way, right? Larry Fitzgerald leaves. Let's say Austin Hooper leaves.
Austin Hooper's for the Falcons.
Oh yeah. Who's that other one there? Who's that other one there? That's his tight end.
I don't know the Cardinals tight end, to be honest with you. He's not that big a name, that's why.
He's pretty good, but he walks. Gotta look at it that way. Now you don't have a top wide receiver.
Still got, I believe they're the team. No, never mind. That was the Redskins. It's 'cause they have McLaurin, but he's the Redskins. They never really had a wide receiving core to begin with, but if you get a few rookies that are decent, solid off draft, and you work with them in this offseason, combine them with your run game while playing a solid defense, they can still be dangerous. And Murray, their quarterback, is starting to really playing well. Granted, it took them a while, but back end of the season, they looked like a totally different team.
They could have done the same thing with Josh Rosen, though.
Yeah, but now they're actually doing it is the difference. So now they're actually doing what they should have done with Rosen, and they didn't do it. But if you look at the back half of the season, they started to click, and they were finding ways to win and doing things that they weren't able to do in the beginning. So something changed as soon as Kenyon Drake came over, in my opinion. They're really, I honest to God think they'll pay him whatever he wants.
We'll see. I hope so. Kenyon Drake needs to be somewhere where he can run.
I still think Arizona can do it. Their O-line didn't look terrible.
No. He's a good back. He's a great back. But
And Johnson was hurt on and off this season too. So
on and off past couple
Yeah,
of
so
seasons.
you also have to factor that in. Do we even risk it with Johnson still, or just move Kenyon Drake on in and phase Johnson out. That's the other thing. So there's a lot of factors when it comes to Kenyon Drake. I'm still on the train of tight end being Hunter Henry to the Pats, and I know that they're not going to pay him, but it'd be a phenomenal.
Listen, you know what? You know what? They may pay him.
I think that would be critical.
If
Let's get him.
Bridgewater?
No.
Eli Manning? Absolutely not.
So okay.
Eli to the Pats.
So if the
And then bench
Patriots can somehow. Brady said several times, right? He wants to play till 45. He's starting 43 in August.
Double quarterbacks leaving.
All right. If say you sign Brady to whatever he wants, say 2 years, right? And you promise this man you'll go out and get an actual tight end, and you do, then you got the old Brady back.
Brady's staying. I know we all like him to leave. Brady's staying, but it's gonna be. I'm gonna take less money again.
Nah, he's already said he wants to be paid.
Yeah, he wants money now.
He wants to be paid.
He'll get a little bit more, but at the same time, though, it's all gonna be an incentive.
He's at the point where I think he'll go to the freaking Dolphins for more money at this point.
You can give him about 25. You can give him about 25 mil.
He don't need the money, in my opinion.
I look at it this way. Yes, you need a tight end, but you also need a really good wide receiver. Besides Julian Edelman. If you go and get A.J. Green,
Frankly, the past 2 years, you're looking at a running game lately.
Yeah.
You need running backs.
White's been a reception running back. He really hasn't been a factor in the running game.
He was never really a running back anyways.
You might as well shift him to wide receiver then.
He's too small.
I know he's small, but...
Elijah Penny.
Yeah.
All right, so let's quickly
Giants,
think about this. So say you get Brady to resign. You go out and get that tight end, Hunter, right?
And he trains the other two as well.
And then you go out and say you get an upgrade, maybe Danny Amendola, because he's a free agent at the end of the season. Bring him back one time, right? Now if you think about it, now you can't double team.
Barber from Tampa Bay.
Edelman. If you watch
you still would.
They're going to pay him
at the beginning of the season, they would still double team Edelman. Even if you bring him back. Yeah.
That's fine.
If he doesn't accept it, that would be the guy.
But then you got a tight end that you're going to leave open.
You guys listening to us over here?
We're talking about running backs over here.
They have running backs.
Because there's going to be a lot of running backs.
It's a good core, but I still
actually,
I would like Kenyon Drake.
Listen,
personally,
no. What's going to happen is the Patriot. Bell is a free agent at the end of the season. They wanted to trade for him. Obviously, Pittsburgh won't make a trade with New England.
I thought Bell was still locked in.
No,
he's locked in
Drake,
with the Jets.
Yeah, Drake won't come here either. If he takes one look at our O-line right now after this season,
our O-line is horrible.
Granted, I'll tell him that's the only thing I'll give Michelle is that the O-line was shit.
Yeah, he got
other than that,
$52 million.
Kareem Hunt.
Nah, we won't take Kareem Hunt.
Austin Eckler. And Melvin Gordon. So the Chargers have to look at both of them.
Melvin Gordon's going to walk because they're not going to give him running back type money.
He's also not going to get that money from the shitty comeback he made into their team. You fumbled the ball. I think he fumbled it like 6 times in 4 games.
Le'Veon Bell still had an okay season, but honestly, he should have never went to the Jets.
He's not going to do anything over there.
They don't have
He went there for a payday, and that was it. And he didn't even get as much as he wanted.
What's hilarious is he was talking so much shit about the Jets when he was a Steeler. Mm-hmm. He's like, "Fuck, I would never play for the fucking Jets."
Yeah,
but
where he is.
Where you at though, Doug?
You could have went anywhere else.
The Patriots wanted him, but again,
Howard.
Not for $52 million.
No, not for that.
You can probably get Howard. 25.
You could, but do you want him? You get Smallwood.
Wendell Smallwood.
Can you imagine how that kid's must have had a terrible childhood?
All right, so amping up the receiving core, who would you get? You got Larry Fitzgerald on the block.
He's going to retire.
He's 37, though. He might not.
Who's out there right now?
I think he's going to turn into those one-season contracts. Amari Cooper goes free agency. Randall Cobb, Tavon Austin.
You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing him here.
Chris Hogan again.
Funchess is going to be on the free agency.
Amari Cooper.
So certainly Danny Amendola as a possible return.
Yeah.
He already knows the playbook. He's only 30 still.
McDaniels leaves. New OC comes in. It's a different playbook now.
But it's underneath Belichick. It's a Belichick playbook.
And they will still start with the same thing. They'll tweak it as they go.
It's a Belichick playbook.
Yeah. Ted Ginn will be out there, but he's...
Ted Ginn's all right. I'd take Ted Ginn.
Demarius Thomas, free agent. Maybe they frickin' take him back instead of getting rid of him like a bunch of idiots.
No, I'm all set.
I thought he was phenomenal in his preseason, so it was bad.
What's he only passed to one time?
No.
Emmanuel Sanders again.
2 times?
Still.
Yeah.
And he had like 80 yards in his 2 catches, I think.
Yeah, he did.
Austin Hooper, tight end. That's somebody you can pick up.
I'd take Austin Hooper. He had a down year.
Yeah. Just again, be careful.
I'd take him again.
Injury prone.
We need to...
So wasn't Gronk. We
Jason
still kept his ass.
All right. I hate
Andre
Gronk.
Henry there.
This man was too busy fucking partying.
You can get old man Witten
to figure out football.
Oh man, wait,
Fells is gonna be his free agent. Eric Ebron.
Ebron's still young.
Yeah, he's 27. You can get Vernon Davis. 36 years old.
That's like me saying, let's have the Celtics go and get Chris Carter.
Yep. Let's do it. Vince Carter would be great.
Vince Carter, yeah.
He'd be great.
He just became the first person in NBA history to play in 4 separate
teams.
Decades.
Oh, decades.
Yeah, 4 separate decades.
Char is one of those.
Fucking Char.
Hey, go into the No Thumbs podcast and just post that we're doing a stream and see if you can yank any of their viewers away.
Where are they on?
They're on Twitch.
They're on Twitch, yes.
Well, who the fuck are they?
No Thumbs. It's our LG thing. Just be like, yo, at Godly Hayes is doing a podcast right now about football and sports.
Yeah, I got this.
Just a little friendly deal.
So
the game
talking
itself,
about the game
in itself.
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Let's not.
Let's do it. Let's die and go to heaven.
Wait, hold on.
Today, Junior.
Today's spelling hard?
Yeah, it is.
All right, so actually talking about the game.
Let's start
overall,
with Nick.
Let's start with Nick. We'll get to that in just a second.
Why you just want to come at me?
No, we want you to...
We got a bone to pick with you, okay?
Yeah. we got a bone
to pick with you.
I got you, buddy.
Okay. Look, I'm always going to say my point. I'm not going to follow the wagon.
Just give me a minute.
All right, we're good.
Talking Patriots. Overall game, it was defensive.
Garbage.
Big time defensive. Offense for the Patriots was not there, period.
Ever.
Actually, ever.
The last 6 games.
It was non-existent, and everyone could see it coming. That's the problem. And every single Pats fan, it's the playoffs, doesn't matter, it doesn't matter how the season looked. Well, look what happened. What they were doing during the regular season carried right on over into the playoffs.
Yep.
You can't rely on the defense to carry it. They got exhausted. You could tell they weren't playing well at the end of the season because there's just all reliance on the defense. And Brady's smug being himself, according to what Nick told me, he went on a conference and what did he say? I should just inform everyone of what he said.
He said that he was the best.
The best. Playing like utter trash this season. I get it, you're the GOAT all time still.
If I can find it.
But for you to get on there and say those words after playing a game like that,
Tom Brady.
You should just shoot yourself in the face.
Night.
All right? Why don't you? You don't say that. You threw what? I don't even think he threw 1 touchdown, I think.
Yeah,
I think it was this one.
I don't think so. Yeah, just the one.
Just 1 touchdown.
Just the one.
Hold on.
And then Edelman had that rushing touchdown.
Yeah, 1 touchdown and 1 interception when it really mattered.
Yeah. I mean, not that you were going to drive down the field with a complete 9 seconds on the clock anyways.
And that was another stupid
You still had
mistake.
to go out of bounds and stop the clock and all that.
You know how many times the Titans didn't convert and you just couldn't score?
Yep.
Like,
you got the interception that you also got too.
Yeah.
And you couldn't score on that one either.
And I'm pretty sure they were pretty close on that one too.
So what we're going to get to is something that Nick commented on yesterday. And it grinded all of our gears.
Yeah.
Y'all be stuck in my ass, man.
The
lovely running back.
Lovely talent of Sony PlayStation Michelle. Nick thinks that he is almost an all-star quarterback and thinks that.
I never said
well, you're saying all right. This is what he said. He said that 100 yards,
averaging 20 carries plus,
20 carries plus with 100 yards and about 900 yards for the entire year.
Who's average?
Is an average.
Hold on. Hold on.
When yet Derrick Henry himself put up 75 yards in one drive down the field. Thinking that he's elite.
I got it.
How are you... My biggest thing right now is you're on the 2nd yard line with...
Play it after.
You're on the 2nd yard line, 1st down. And what do? You run the ball 3 times. Not once, not twice. 3 times. Thrice. With Sony Michel. Mr. I can't run more than 5 feet. In the same direction all 3 times.
You can't blame him. You got to blame the O-line too.
You can blame the O-line, but you can also blame coaching.
Coaching, but
I said as the running back who has the ball, you need to make a decision in those times. You know you play. You know you play. You know what you're doing. You obviously see that it didn't work. At least the first time you saw that it didn't work. You go for the 2nd time, yeah, maybe sure you might get through. But a 3rd time, you go when you want to try to get through.
3 times though. If you looked at that defensive stance there, every single player was on that line. Where the fuck are you going? No matter what, where are you going?
You run the other way.
You had your O-line chop blocking. They're diving out to try to cut the defensive lineman.
So how are you going to defend him when he goes and runs to our own player's ass every single fucking run? I only see him go past like 10 yards like every other freaking game at least like 1 carry.
He averages like 60 to 70 yards a game.
That's shit.
That's average.
For 22 carries a freaking game?
That's average.
That's shit.
That's average.
That's garbage.
That's average.
That's garbage is what it is. That's an average garbage is what it is.
Hey, it's still average.
That is not a player that you need. I will trade that man for a used fucking ball bag
had more
any day.
Yards than Michel.
Any day.
Who?
Phillip Lindsay. And Broncos really don't have shit for deep
in the past 4 or 5 games. Fucking Rex Burkhead had more running yards than he did.
You got to think though too. Those were a pass offense though.
I'll say Gore looked better than Michel in his fucking game than Michel looked on the Patriots at all.
I'm not saying Michel. I'm not saying at all. Michel is the number one
twice
problem.
Michel's age almost. He's like 38, bro.
Frank Gore's the go to running backs though.
But that's what I'm saying though. When a dude's 38 and he's still running and keeping up with you,
dude, the Patriots have to go out and get an O-line, and if you got an O-line. And you're healthy O-line, Sony Michel will do be I'm guaranteeing you that right now.
Matt Jackson is number 6.
Had more yards than
he runs every fucking play.
But
but he can also get through a fucking O-line of yours.
He also's out of the pocket though. What do you mean? Everybody's already downfield on a pass.
Listen, is it your job or not as a running back to find fucking holes, regardless of your O-line?
If you're
regardless of your O-line, the actual play, you need to find a hole. Period.
If there's no hole and you're rushing 6 guys, where the fuck are you going?
His average was 3.7 yards.
There's people not being covered now.
That's why you survey the field. You survey the field. You see what the hell's going on.
You're rushing 6 linemen, right? You're rushing 6. You have 5. One of them's still gonna get you, or you're rushing 7. Now nobody else is getting covered. You're still gonna have 2 other people in the backfield.
Hold on. You got Lamar Jackson, who's taking all the credit running.
Yep.
And Ingram still had more rushing yards than Sony Michel, who barely touched the ball as much as Sony Michel.
Yep.
You got to look at a lot of those touches were also on the 1 yard line for him to try to get touchdowns.
Well, I'm not talking about.
I'm talking about carries for Michel.
You still have a 21+ carry game every game, though, dude. You should not be below 1,000 yards. There's no excuse, regardless of the O-line.
Look, I'm saying
for
he's
being
an
a top 2
running
back for the.
Well, he's not a quarterback, okay?
I meant running back. He's an average running back.
We'd be screwed if he was a quarterback.
He's an average running back, and an average running back in the league, you're a good running back.
Well, listen, what we're talking about is he was
for being
like
the number
shit.
1, for being the number 1 or possibly the number 2.
He's technically not the number 1.
He should not. Okay, regardless, he's a number 1 or 2, depending on what night they want to put him at.
He's a 2. He's always a 2 back.
Yeah, but see, White don't run the ball, so that means you're putting Rex Burkhead as the
So
number
you
1.
got to think, right?
Yeah,
at
but
95% of
see,
snaps, White is in at running back.
Who's the worst then?
Carryon Johnson, but he didn't. I think he got hurt, so I don't think he played.
There's Watson down there at the very bottom.
Yeah. The thing is just we weren't even discussing whether or not he was elite. We were just saying he sucked. Period.
You said he sucks all around.
Period.
I mean, he sucked during the game.
This whole
season
was crap.
They didn't run the ball mostly until after week 10. You got most of your yards after week 10. You're a pass first.
Carries.
For who?
Just in general, like it carries.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't just specifically say that it's Sony Michel for the loss yesterday.
But a big attributing factor is his play.
Contributing factor.
He's gaining at least 5 yards.
Hold on.
If he was not within the 10
you said the second half of the season, right?
Yeah. Well,
because I was going to say, there's 20s almost across the board all season long. There's 21, 17, 16,
I said after week
21.
10. But week 11, they started running the ball more.
That's 5 yards a carry.
His average was 3.5.
Yeah, it's 3.5
yards a carry.
All right, so not even.
That was disgusting.
All right.
He averages 5 yards after
it's
week
3.7 per carry. Regular season carries, he had 247 carries.
Yeah, right here.
For 912 yards.
He averaged 3.7 yards per game.
If you look at it this way, if the Patriots were more balanced at the beginning of the season, he'd have more yards.
He had 7 touchdowns for someone who's getting all these carries at the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
That means Marshawn Lynch came out of retirement and is hands down still more successful than Sony Michel.
You got to look at it, though. If you don't have a great offensive line, you're not going to do shit.
Titans don't have an amazing one either.
How do you explain
They have
Derrick
a better
Henry
offensive line. They have a way better offensive line than the Patriots do.
I understand.
They're opening up holes. They're double teaming. They're doing what they're supposed to do.
You're also missing the point. There's plenty of running backs who play on shit teams.
You want to explain Christian McCaffrey then?
Yeah, his team's been trash. He's literally the sole driving force of that team. You got to look at most of the stuff.
He's also out of the shotgun and not the I formation. They're also running double tight end for him. They're not running double tight end for Sony Michel. And if you look at it, our 2 tight ends are ass. Where's the blocking?
Can you just accept the fact that he's garbage?
No, he's not garbage.
He's garbage.
He's an average running back, and that's good.
That's not good. That's not what they need.
That is not good. That is not good.
If this was a year ago,
at a minimum, you need to be averaging at least 1,200.
If this was a year ago, you guys would be saying that.
I still would.
Really? After he had 4 100-yard games last year.
I still would.
I still would.
I beg to differ. You guys would not be saying this a year ago.
Absolutely. I was saying it last year too.
All right, watch. Well, I'm gonna. This is all recorded this year. I'm gonna let you guys know right now. Sony Michel will have over 1,000 yards next year. I promise you that.
Okay. If Sony Michel has over 1,000 yards next year.
All right. So let's say this. If he has over 1,000 yards next year.
If you don't, you gotta shave that beard. And you better shave that beard.
There's nobody
and you don't
want to
take that. You don't want to take that bet. You know why? Because you know he's gonna lose.
No, I'll take that bet.
Dear God, that's not even a bet I would take.
He will have
get that
1,000 yards next year.
Type it down.
He will have 1,000 yards.
He will have 1,000 yards next year.
Oh, someone said you have to dry shave it.
Dry shave it.
Dry shave that off.
I'll dry shave. It's not like I haven't done it before.
Listen, that's not even a bet I would take. 'Cause you know what that needs to happen?
I have confidence in the kid.
That's not the fucking kid. Because listen to me. Before you even speak, listen. They have to upgrade that whole O-line that you're complaining about, which they're not going to do. They're not going to fix it in one season. Not going to happen.
David Andrews comes back next year.
And he's not going to find holes again.
David Andrews comes back next year, and he's the captain of that offensive line. I'm telling you right now.
Did he not say that Michel's carries the majority of them at the 1 yard line for touchdowns? So, factor that in. If he's doing that next season and they're using him from the 1 yard line, he's not going to hit that 1,000-yard mark.
So I'm just letting you guys know right now, though, when David Andrews comes back, and Cannon moves back into his guard position, I'm telling you right now, that's 2 different people right now.
It's not going to fix the entire thing.
There's a bunch of people that are already injured. Wait till that offensive line is healthy next year. I'm telling you right now. 1,000 yards, I'm telling you right now.
How many seasons?
1,000 yards. 1,000 yards next year.
Barely got over 9.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
What did he have last year? Complete yardage.
I'll tell you right now.
And he just barely got over 9. this year.
912.
I'm gonna put up the 2018 ones.
And how many touchdowns? 7.
Yeah, he had 7 this year.
7 this year. 912 yards through the entire year.
Hold on. 2018.
Yeah.
He had 931 in 2018.
All right, so 2 years. Even with four 100-yard rushing games.
Plus,
4 games with 100 yards plus.
I'm telling you, David Andrews.
He's still
was the O-line better last season?
He downgraded that from last year. Sorry, he's not making 1,000 yards.
About 15 yards.
But my question is, was the O-line better last season?
Yeah. O-line was better last year. The O-line's going to get better this upcoming year.
It's going to be the same O-line, though.
By not much. It's still going to be the same O-line.
But by 2 or 3 people. I'm telling you, 2 or 3 people makes a lot of difference.
Right, I'm using what you're telling me on you. That's what I'm saying. You're telling me that the O-line from last year was better, and then we're going to get better again, and he's still, with a better O-line, only put up 931, averaging 4.5 yards a carry.
931,
and
but
6
also have to
TDs.
use him more. If you're looking at it this way, if you're not using him and you're rushing the ball more.
This is Rex stats, all right? So this season for rushing, 65 attempts, 302 yards, but he was averaging 4.6 a game. He has 3 TDs, which, I mean, it's 4 off of Sony. And his longest run was 33, when Michelle's was, I think he said 15.
You got Rex Burkhead, which is a third string
running back. Third fumbles.
Actually, Damian Harris decided third string.
And look at this. Burkhead injury opens the door for Sony Michel. So that means the Pats were favoring Burkhead over Sony throughout the season.
The past 5-6 games, Burkhead has been outrunning everybody on the friggin' Pats.
You can't stop him.
Guy got 34 long rushing.
Let's see what James.
Is that a touchdown?
And I'll tell you right now, if they acquire another back in the free agency, Michel's gone. I don't think he's going to drop down to a fourth string.
So
I will trade the guy for a used ball bag.
So this is White.
Guy is nothing.
67 rushing attempps, 263 yards.
And to think you passed up Chubb.
And he still has more average than
Chubb for the grub.
3.9. Yep. 1 TD. His longest was 32.
I'm just saying. I mean, we know it. I don't know why you can't accept that. Sony's garbage.
All right. I don't think he's garbage. Just he has.
All right, so he's an average garbage.
That's what I was saying, though. I'm saying he's average, though.
Yeah,
he's not garbage, though. He's average, though.
You're going to put that he's
you just said he's average, though. So
I said average garbage.
He's not garbage.
The trash of the NFL.
Yes.
The trash of the NFL.
If he was the trash of the NFL, he'd be in the bottom.
And he is.
He's not the bottom. He's ranked like 15th.
He's 21st. 21st on my board.
Yeah.
Still.
17, 21st, close enough.
Dude, Gurley, who's on a snap count, injured, shitty O-line, still kept up with Sony Michel. And granted, he's not a Gurley. That's still unacceptable. Gurley was averaging maybe 10 touches a fucking game the whole season.
How much did James White get this year?
I think he was more on the catch, though.
And granted, he's still more on the catch.
263, and he averaged 3.9 a game.
And if you include his receiving stats...
Yeah, receiving, though...
645 yards.
He also...
5 touchdowns.
72...
72 receptions, 645 yards, 9.0 average, 6 TDs, or 5 TDs, and 59 was his longest reception.
But, you know what's here, though? This is an important category. No fumbles. Yep. Michelle had 2.
Yep.
2 and 1.
I'm just saying, White's smaller than Michelle, too.
Yep.
White is smaller. I don't see an argument here. I'm just saying.
I think Sony's young, so...
Yeah, there's room for progression.
He needs to figure out...
But not much.
Like, with White, he's an older running back, so he knows what to look for. As Sony is like, I'm young, I gotta get this out now. To Belichick's play style, just ball out. I don't fucking care.
But you still have to. You still in the middle of a run, and you see that you're going straight into somebody's fucking ass.
Yeah,
you need to find a hole.
I don't think you
need to find a hole or push your way through.
Which he can't. He's not a big enough dude.
Taking on the fly for him might be a little challenging. Like he can't. I think he's one-sided. He just knows where he has to go, and that's where
he's got blinders on. That's what he's got.
Yeah, and the other thing is you could see it, the difference between Derrick Henry the whole game versus Michel. Even when Derrick Henry was getting hit, he was taking like 3 Pats players with him and still trucking ahead for yards. Michel gets one around his waist and he's done because he's small.
Derrick Henry is also 6'3", 250 pounds.
I just said that. I said Derrick Henry's a bigger...
There's a difference, though. You're saying that. But you can't compare Derrick Henry to Sony Michel.
This is what I told you in the beginning conversation. He's not a fucking LeGarrette Blount. So Sony Michel needs to get out of his head that he can run through people because he can't. He's too small.
His option is to find a hole.
That's it.
He's small.
That's all you can do.
His only option, I'm sorry, is to find a hole.
He's to find the hole, and then he's got to break someone's ankles, and that's what he has to do.
That's exactly why I said and stated that that's the difference. Henry was dragging people with him because he's 6'3". He's got the weight, 247 pounds. He can push through people. He's a LeGarrette Blount type running back, but also with speed. Michel's tiny, doesn't weigh as much. One little tackler can take him down. It's not much of a strategy to bulldoze or run straight into everyone.
I've seen Edelman plow through people. Edelman's about the same size as him.
Yeah, but Edelman's also a friggin' animal.
He's also been in the league more. More aggressive.
That don't matter.
So,
you're the same size. Michel's younger. I mean,
he's more aggressive,
should be.
though. There's a difference.
All right. So let's move off from the heated topic of Sony Michel.
Michel has been forked in by 3
so
of the
aside
past.
from Michel,
what do you want the Patriots to do in the offseason?
O-line fixture, number 1.
It has to be O-line, tight end,
and
wide receiver core.
Yeah.
Do you want them to bring Brady back?
No. I don't. I prefer that he just retire, to be honest with you, instead of trying to go elsewhere, too, for more money or not. I would prefer he just retire.
Honestly, I see 2 things happening.
I like Brady to come back.
You're going to see...
I don't think he should, but I'd like him to.
You're going to see Josh McDaniels pack up and leave for the head coaching job in Cleveland.
I don't think he goes to Cleveland.
That's the spot that he wants because he wants to... He
wanted to... Baker Mayfield.
Because he wanted to draft them. And Belichick is like, fuck no. Do you blame him? No.
You also had Jimmy Garoppolo at one point, though, too.
Brady didn't like Jimmy G.
Because he was going to take his
because
job.
he knew that Jimmy would take
Jimmy
his
job.
job.
Took his job, yeah.
So...
But look what happened to Bledsoe. Bledsoe didn't want them to draft fucking Tom Brady, and then now look what happened. You know?
Well,
20 years later.
To be fair,
Brady was also a which pick? Like, he didn't
like 199th.
but to be fair, though...
You had Flutie, though, right behind him.
Just to let you know, the only reason why...
It's also not Bledsoe's fault that he got injured like that.
Well, no, but Bledsoe also kept getting injured, I think, wasn't it? He just kept getting injured.
No, it's actually...
His friggin' fingers.
He had horrible play, too, though.
Yeah.
The only reason why Brady got even a chance starting here in New England was because...
Hayes made the call.
I wish. Was Bledsoe ran the ball, and he was running out of bounds. I forget the guy.
Fucking decked.
And the dude hit him like that, dude. And it collapsed something in his lungs or something. So season's done and over with. So
otherwise, we probably wouldn't be.
Brady was the 3rd string quarterback. He wasn't even the 2nd string.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck the 2nd string was, but he was also hurt.
Doug Flutie.
The flute.
So then you got this fucking kid Tom Brady coming in. His first play wasn't the pass incomplete or something like that, and finally he completed to I forget his name. Fuck.
Wasn't his first game in the snow too? Thought it was.
No, that was one of his playoff games.
Yeah.
On the playoffs.
It's Super Bowl, Tuck Rule, everything, you know.
Brady's been here in New England for what 20 years or some shit.
He's legitimately my version of Chara on the Bruins. He's starting to hurt the team.
I give him. I think the Patriots sign him 2 years.
I'd give him 1. I'd give him a 1-year deal.
You need to at max. If you were going to get Brady, 1, you need to up your your O line,
which I think they would if
2,
Brady's.
You need to pick up fucking wide receivers and learn to deal with them.
The backup was O'Connell.
No one cares about O'Connell. That's why he wasn't remembered.
You need to learn to deal with the wide receivers, regardless of
they're
gonna
go and get someone else as well. I think for a receiver group. They're obviously gonna work with Harry.
They get Amendola. They're gonna get someone cheap. That's it. They're not gonna spend. They're not going to
waste some money. Again, they're going to probably end up giving Brady money. They'll probably give him a 1-year deal, $25 million. And then they'll go off. They'll sign maybe Amendola because he's a familiar face. He knows the playbook. Granted, it might not be Josh McDaniels, but it's still Belichick. He can still work with him. He's a guy that Brady knows how to play,
and trusts to throw.
Knows how to throw to. Trusts him. He can catch the ball. He can run. He's about 35 years old. He's
30.
Sorry, I think he might be 32.
Cool. It still doesn't matter. He's still young.
He's a veteran player that he knows how to play with, alongside Edelman. Both of them have good chemistry together.
He's 34.
And then they're gonna have. All right, so 34. I was one off. So
and he was underutilized this
again
season as well.
They're gonna sign him for $24 million for a year. I'd rather them not. I'd rather them.
I'd say 20, and the rest of all incentives.
To make him stay,
they'll probably give him 25. But with the incentives wise, he has to meet those goals, which he would.
Get Chris Hogan back.
All right. So what I'm thinking, right?
I'd take Chris Hogan and Amendola.
Say
Chris Hogan
McDaniels does go to the Browns, right? Say you do get Brady to resign here in New England. Brady and Beckham both want to play together. So you've got the head coach of this McDaniels, right? Maybe there's a deal.
How are you gonna get Beckham out of here? How are you gonna get Beckham to the Patriots if he's not a free agent?
It's a trade.
Who do you trade?
And who are you gonna trade?
Whoever.
Obviously, you're gonna need to trade some picks, or that you're obviously not gonna use.
You could do a thing where you trade Baker here, and Brady goes there.
Yeah, but
we're talking if Brady stays and Beckham wants out of Cleveland.
Well, Beckham wants
he does want out of Cleveland.
He wants to play with Brady. That's the thing.
Mad guy, you good?
Fuck you, Mad. Oh, you motherfucker!
You look like a PD with a.
Yeah, I know, dude. It's fucking so weird having no fucking beard.
It's. I mean, you don't really have much to trade.
That's the thing, though.
To give them for Beckham.
Give him Hayward.
But you know what I'm saying? If you have McDaniels over there, I think you could work something out.
Maybe. Your brother's having issues upstairs.
Yeah, he's getting killed and caught or something. Probably
sounds like him.
Again, there's really no options. As much as Beckham wants to be here, play with Brady, the only way that's going to happen is if Brady shipped over to Cleveland with Josh McDaniels.
Row your boat to Ohio.
Again, you're not going to see any star wide receiver, star running back here. The only star that you're getting is probably Edelman, Gronkowski, or Brady. And that's about it.
And mind you, they got them all as cheap as possible until they were done with them.
Until they finally realize, hey, I should be getting my fucking money. And, I'm an absolute athlete. I'm an elite guy. I need to be getting my money.
Or just retire like Gronk.
Yeah.
Gronk could be a possibility.
He's not coming back.
No,
he's not coming back.
He needed a one good year to sit there and actually.
No, he's been saying it throughout this whole entire year. He's not coming back. He's got to focus on himself. He wants a family. He's had way too many concussions for this, so he's not coming back.
No.
30 years old, it sucks, but he's done. If he gets hit anymore, dude, he's not going to be...
Guy already lasts on one brain cell alone.
Yeah. I mean, if you've ever heard him talk, too, during his
You guys see him smash Steve Harvey's
Lego head? That was fucking hilarious. Steve Harvey was not happy about
it. In my opinion...
You have any idea how hard it is to find brown Legos?
Yeah. And the other part of that is he's just... He was very good when he was here, but he's also giant publicity too afterwards too, and eventually Belichick gets tired of those because God forbid any attention be.
But he's not bad publicity though.
He dented the Lombardi Trophy by hitting the fucking.
That's just funny.
It's not bad publicity.
No, but he's not smart, okay?
No, we never said we needed smart. We just needed somebody that can catch a ball and go downfield.
Gronk was made in a lab. They found him. And then they brought him to the Patriots when he was of age.
Injected with that Captain America serum.
And then it just happened that he wasn't immune to headshots and he got some concussions. So he was done.
Yep.
And then he showed up to wrestling, made a little debut there where people thought he was going to go play wrestle. Play wrestle.
We got to play wrestling, guys. It's wrestling.
That's where everyone thought he was going after football. They thought he was going to wrestling. They thought he was going to go to WWE, and that's even worse when you have concussions.
Actually, they have a very strict concussion protocol.
Well, they may have a protocol, but one's all it takes to put him out.
Yeah. Actually,
I don't know how they have a protocol when everything's all fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
If this fakely happens,
I watch wrestling time to time.
You're gonna get a fake concussion in about a week. Okay? So remember that.
That's right.
Remember those fake concussions we talked about? Now's the time to use them.
No, they're out of it. They're very strict about it too.
Well, listen, it's fake, but they mess up the fakeness, and that's how they hurt themselves, according to what I know.
That's what I told you.
So,
sources of me.
Sources of his.
Me, I'm the source. I did.
We'll pretend he didn't say anything for the sake of this.
It was I watch it. I watched the wrestlings.
But as well, just the plays that they made all that game was just terrible. When you had Brady just chuck it, not even paying attention to who was around, into Logan Ryan's arms, it was almost like he said, if I throw this hard enough, no one can catch it. So it just rifled it right at Logan Ryan, and that was it. And that time...
it hit off Sanu. And
well, that's... You don't bullet it to Sanu.
Right, it was like right here. Logan Ryan was like, oh?
Sanu's like, damn, stop throwing so hard, Brady.
Yeah.
Like,
it was basically like, boom.
And the other thing was, if you look at it, Brady didn't even have any... It didn't look like he was getting rushed that play. No. That one play, it looked like he was fine.
He wasn't.
And he just went, humdinger! And Sanu went, yoink! Oh, boy! He just went, what happened to my hand?
Honestly, the Sanu... acquiring Sanu was the
bust.
Exactly.
Ever.
It was such a fucking bust. And
I'd like to put out, if Dylan's watching, screw you, because I told you about the Sanu issue. Love you, but I told you he would not slot in very high there. I would have even trusted N'Keal Harry. Get that off your screen. I would have trusted N'Keal Harry, Jacoby Myers, all of them above Sanu.
He's going to destroy your toilet.
What are you going to blow up the toilet again?
No, I got to grab my charger for my computer.
That's all right. You don't need that. No, but Sanu was definitely never going to be the answer to the prayers. Never.
I don't know.
All right.
Options.
Oh.
So how do you guys like the firing of kitchens then?
Fantastic.
The firing of kitchens?
Yeah,
kitchens on fire?
Doesn't really affect anybody.
Actually, hold on. I have a question. Who takes over McDaniel's position?
Me.
That's a good question. I don't know.
No, you know what? It's going to be me, and I'm just going to say, Michelle, run to your heart's content. Fucking take and run. That's going to be my playbook. I'll be like, Michelle, hold the ball and go. Just be free.
Yeah, run.
Run, Michelle, run.
How hard is it to plug in the fucking wire?
Mm-hmm. I had to lean back because Hayes is in my way here.
I know me.
Yeah.
The trouble plugging that in.
Hayes, like the devil dog, has a face for radio. I don't know about that.
What?
Devil Dog said you have a face for radio, just like him.
Meaning you only belong.
So you look like Devil Dog, apparently.
Oh, that's fucking hard.
We're not on the radio. I mean, if you're on the radio, you don't have to see
you're
the face.
50-year-old man. I'm sorry.
These are the airwaves.
I smoke 15 years.
Fuck. All right. So the big thing is, definitely Patriots were booty cheeks that game.
They were booties.
They were absolutely terrible. And if things don't change, we're looking at a slow rebuild.
Yeah, it's going to be a very slow rebuild.
Very painful. With
your new O-line, they're going to probably pick up whoever they pick up, and then they also have to worry about the new offensive coach. You know what? If anything, they benefit from someone who knows how to run the ball as an offensive coordinator and knows good run plays because Michelle needs it.
You know what? Nobody needs
that
to come
he
back.
does, because if if you're running draw plays every time and you're running out of an I formation, it's not going to work for anybody every single game.
Oh, that's the thing. You got to have that right calls. And the Hayes is very dead set that McDaniels wasn't focused, but I still think the Patriots were just as much at fault for the way they were playing. They were playing like poops.
This man, every fucking year, teams are interested in hiring fucking McDaniels as the head coach, right? And every fucking year, this dumb shit, instead of focusing on the game plan, is worried about his next coaching gig.
Well, see, I'd believe you, but the same thing is if you go ahead and focus on that, and then you don't put a team out there that's winning offensively, you're still looking like shit.
I look at it this way. If you're the one that told Brady you need to throw it in that tight hole, let Logan Ryan score a pick six, you deserve to have all your...
You had the Titans defense, bro.
Yo, right? And you got to look at it this way. Shit, you better just cancel all your fucking job interviews that you have lined up.
Here's the thing. They still fucking want him.
I would just say, that was bad play calling, bro. You cost your team the fucking win.
That's the thing. They don't fucking care. They don't.
They got to look at it. Is he going to do that here now? Is he going to do that? Oh, my God.
Yeah, but they're going to also look at his success that he's had. You know, he went 12-4 with the team they have.
But see, his 12-4 don't really count. It's Bill's 12-4.
Yes, but he was the What?
Tell him to put his phone away.
Stop sending nudes to me, alright? I don't like it.
So Team Germany won an LG as a side note.
Who cares?
I cares because I'm on the Nazis.
Who cares?
You're on the Nazis?
Yeah, I'm on the Nazis.
I'm on the same team I've always been on for LG.
Yeah.
You know what team I'm on? Fucking America, bitch.
Well, they got thrown out, alright?
As I was saying, though.
I don't want to die.
So they'll look at him calling the plays, right? And so it's 12-4.
You and your conspiracies.
I have a bunch of conspiracies.
Dude, this guy's got. It's not even like sports. It's just conspiracies about sports.
So
it's like McDaniels sabotaged everything. I know. The Illuminati told me. That's. It's all fake. Football's rigged.
I gotta say, I believe football is fucking rigged.
The Illuminati has a hand in it all. Dude, that's exactly how Hayes works. He's like, and Rask is lazy because the Illuminati told him they'd pay him to stop playing.
He is lazy. Show me he's not lazy. Go ahead.
Let me see playoffs this last season, he was not lazy. And I'll go back to that every time we get into this argument because he had a phenomenal playoff run.
Yeah, you guys can argue now. Y'all wanted to yell at me now.
No, you were on the hot seat for your own reason. We don't put ourselves in there in the group chat. You do.
I know football though.
Show me Rask's stats from this last playoff and the playoffs before that.
I'll show you.
The past 2 years.
Yeah, the past 2 years.
Math's hard.
Math is hard.